Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, this is Fiat Panda Man. Starting on the engine bay, tidy up and engine remove. Battery trays come out. Need some tidying up here. General rust, corrosion, all the crap that's come out from the bulkhead. Same here, I've moved the firewall material. You can see the fuse box, need to attach that to something, and we can start to see now a rather large hole that I've got to patch up. That's going to be a fun job. The good news is the left hand side slightly corroded, but it's nowhere near the state of the passenger side. So the battery's been pulled, all that crap's been moved, and what we're doing now is we're going to start to remove the heat shield. This comes off fairly easy, it's just 3 bolts, so move that out of the way. There you go, heat shield. Next we've got 3 studs top and 2 studs at the bottom, 10mm. I tell a lie, it's 3 studs across the top, 2 across the bottom, and they are all 13mm. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, this is Fiat Panda Man. This morning's update is we're going to make a start on pulling the engine out of this. Last night I got the manifold off. The downpipe's now divorced. Oil filter came off, moved dipstick out of the way. Next is going to be removing the wiring, the radiator, the possibly the windscreen wiper fluid reservoir. Top box to give us some space, and I think the brake fluid's going to have to come off. It's going to come out through the top, this one is, not through the bottom, hopefully. Update on the carb also. The Mark 1 4x4 carb on both Pandas is exactly the same. Well, almost exactly the same. So either the original 4x4 carbs on the kind of B-Reg examples differ, or both of these Pandas have had replacement carbs on it, so not sure. Okay, so I'm going to start this now. So the radiator has now been removed. The 2 bolts at the top here, unfortunately we're both sheared. They connect onto a kind of U-clamp bolt which holds the radiator in, and it just pulls out. Here are the loom connections for the positive and negative on the radiator fan. So I'm going to clean those and label those up. Next we're going to be removing the heater hoses. Top goes to top level here, bottom goes to bottom level. I'll get that crap out of the way. Then we're going to go for I presume it's a temperature sensor of some sort, and then another temperature sensor at the back, and then it's going to be things like throttle cable, choke cable, etc, etc. Personal reference, this wire here goes to that temperature sensor. I've just pulled it out. So I'm just going to remove the coil now. So I'll take the distributor off in one piece. The main part from the distributor in like that. Red connects to seems like an earthing point, which is odd. Engine mounts, 19mm, left hand side. Probably, in fairness, could do replace that mount. I'll see if the other one's better. Okay then, next for removal we have the fuel pipe off. Now we've got to take the earth strap off. This connects to the block and it connects to the negative terminal of the battery. Okay, next now we're going to remove, I'm not sure what sensor that is, oil temperature, oil pressure, something. Managed to come out though, so we're going to remove that now. Okay, I think we've got pretty much everything out now. The only last things we need to do are remove the front loom section. So we've got main loom with a brown wire going to the alternator, green also going to the alternator, that's also going to the starter motor, another green coming off the starter motor, going across the top of the engine, and I believe that's going to the, let's have a look, where's the other one? Positive terminal, because the negative terminal is here to the body. So we're going to get that undone now. There's also a red wire going to the bottom of the starter motor, and a green wire, there we go, connecting to the back of the alternator. Okay then, so we have a positive green wire coming across the top of the engine, down through the water pump, not thermostat, and that connects to the starter motor. From the starter motor we have a big green wire which connects to the alternator. The alternator connects to a brown wire on this bottom loom here, and also a green wire, ow, give me back my glove, damn it, a green wire on the back of the alternator, and finally there's one last red wire that connects to the bottom of the starter motor. Okay, I've decided that this green wire can come out in one piece. It's a positive for the engine. So there's a brown wire that connects here. Green wire goes all the way around onto the starter motor. Starter motor to the alternator. And now we can see the bottom section, red, brown and black, those go to the starter and the alternator. Okay, we've got some other things to remove now. We've got a throttle cable to remove, come across the top. So a throttle cable comes across the top, dives into the engine bay. I'm going to pull the clutch cable out, not clutch cable, speedo cable. That comes out of the way. That dives down into the gearbox. Next we have the return feed from the carb by the looks of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew that from here and feed it back through, and that goes straight back down towards the fuel tank, I believe. And finally the choke cable, which comes straight off the top here, over the top and into the compartment. The throttle cable is bolted, clamped here, and feeds backwards through. So what we're going to do is just unscrew that, pull it through, and again put it on the back of the bulkhead. Okay then, we're just now removing the choke mechanism. The accelerator cable has been pulled up out of the way. The choke mechanism is properly bodged. You can see someone's jammed some wood in here. A piece of copper pipe with a slit jammed into it. You can see there. And a spring which was then connected to the drill. So we'll just pull those bits off. Okay then, so we've got choke cable pulled up out of the way now. Next we have to support the engine so it doesn't drop. I don't think it is going to drop. And then remove these nuts. Let me just check. Yep, they do appear to be all 19mm. So that's just kind of the final step now. Okay, so update. Engine hoist has got under. A mixture of, where's my ratchet? 13s and 17s around the outside of a bell housing. What I'm doing now is the engine support, and I'm just gradually nudging this left so that I can pull the block out and hopefully leave the gearbox intact. Running out of space now, so the bonnet needs to come off now finally. Okay, bit of an update. You can see now the engine is clear. I've had a hell of a game. Really the sensible way was really to drop the gearbox and shift it back and right. Fortunately, pulling this engine, there isn't enough space to put it out with the engine mount intact. So just coming out now. And there we go. One. Fiat Panda 998 engine. Now we can see the engine bay. Next job is to have a bit of a tidy up and chuck some engine degreaser in here and find out what's going on. To the bell housing. Bits and pieces. Not a fun job to do by yourself. It's taken me 3 hours in total. It's not a difficult engine to take apart. just lots of fiddly bits. So as I'm here, I'll degrease it, sand it back, and Monday I'll order the paint I need to finish the job. There's no point sticking an engine back in here with this engine bay looking like this. Probably have tomorrow afternoon off. And oh, what's this? I need to be sure that goes back in properly afterwards. So the gearbox just sat on the subframe at the moment. So yeah, Monday will be spent pulling the other engine out of the Panda, painting, degreasing, etc, etc. Thank you for watching. Fiat Panda Ban out. Okay, rule number one when you pull an engine out, have something on wheels to be able to move it around, because they look a lot lighter than they actually are. So with the tool chest on wheels, that'll be dumped on there in a minute and rolled around the back. I've started the degrease. Had its first degrease in water. I think I'm going to leave it like that to dry. I'm going to have another crack at it later on. But in fairness, I think I've done enough for today.